So guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. Inoue and Casimero has been made official for April 25th. It's a great fight. It's a great fight. I think before I saw Casimero fight against Zolani Tete, I would have said this was a 90-10 fight. Now I think it's a 70-30 fight in favor of Inoue. I think Inoue is a great fight. I think it's a great that this fight's been made a unification fight. I think it was the right fight to make. I'll do another video right after this breaking down the fight. But I think it's a great matchup. I think it's between a Japanese and a Filipino. The Filipino fans will get behind their man. Inoue is already a massive star in Japan, and I think Bob Arum's done the right thing by making this fight. I believe it's in Las Vegas, right? And I think Inoue is hitting United States with a bang, and that's what I think. That's what I think Bob Arum needed to do. I think Bob Arum is in search of stars. We know that his two stars in Lomachenko and Crawford aren't big sellers. Inoue definitely has the right style to please the fans and make a massive impression on the US fans. Because one thing we do know about Inoue, he's very exciting. The way he knocks guys out. The fight that he had with Nonito Donaire, in my opinion, was a classic. For me, that was fight of the year last year. I think that was the best fight that we saw last year. I think it was that good. It was one of the best fights I've ever seen. It had everything. It had heart. It had the young man who was favourite getting hurt and coming back showing heart. It had the old man getting hurt and showing a lot of heart. Having his moments in the fight. Inoue having to get himself out of tough moments and coming out victorious in the end. You know, I think it was just a perfect fight. It was a perfect fight. I think a lot of people expected Inoue to just blow Donaire out. That's why after the fight, people were saying, "Oh, is Inoue overrated?" But it wasn't that. It was just that Donaire's a world-class fighter, and Donaire pushed Inoue all the way. I do think that Inoue probably should have got the stoppage, and he was very close to in that 10th round when he hurt Donaire with a body shot. But Donaire, he just showed toughness, and I feel like Donaire lost to Frampton, and Donaire I think he had lost the hunger. I think this World Boxing Super Series brought back the hunger of Donaire, and Donaire was going into that fight against Inoue very motivated with a point to prove, because many people thought that he'd get washed. Many people thought he would get knocked out in a couple of rounds, and that wasn't the case. Donaire put up a very valiant effort. He came out second best, but it was a great performance for a guy at his age, which showed that he definitely has still a lot left in the tank. That's why I said yesterday that I think Donaire and Casimero would be a good fight. But I think for the division, this is the fight that everyone wants to see, and I think it's great that the fight has been made. It's been made official for April 25th. I think both parties have agreed to fight, so we've got a fight, and we're gonna have a fantastic fight. That's what the main thing is, because both guys, Casimero has a come forward, very fan friendly style, very strong, very tough. He is a guy that's moving up weight. Is he gonna be able to? It's all right. Okay, you beat Zolani Tete, but Zolani Tete isn't Inoue. A lot of you. A lot of you are backing your man Casimero. It's a great fight. It's a fight that we need more in boxing. A unification fight, a fight that we don't really get to see a lot of, if I'm honest. These are the type of fights that that don't get made. And because they're the smaller guys seem to agree and give us the best fights more often than the bigger guys. Usually the bigger fights, because there's more money involved and because there's a lot more hype around those fights. It seems like those fights don't get made. The ones that we want to see, for example, Spence Crawford, Joshua Wilder. People have wanted that for years, and it's still not happened. Here in the UK, an example is Khan Brook. It's these fights that the fans want to crave, that are craving about and really want to see. It just seems like those fights don't get made. Whereas the smaller guys, it seems to me like they come together and just put the fights on. Maybe because the fact that they don't get paid what the bigger guys get paid, whereas those bigger guys can fight X, Y, Z and make a lot of money, whereas these guys have to fight the top guys and fight one another in order to make the big money, which the bigger guys have a luxury where they could fight anyone and make still good money. Whereas these smaller guys don't have those opportunities, so they have to fight the best and put on the best fights in order to get paid the big bucks. Unfortunately, that's why we probably see the smaller guys jumping into these mega fights right away, unlike the bigger guys who have so many opportunities and so many other fighters that they can fight for a good amount of money. So why risk it for more money against top guys. It's not even the fighters, because the fighters want to do it. It's more the promoters and sometimes the management. I do think there are promoters like Eddie Hearn who I think are brilliant and want the big fights to happen, but I'm not sure everyone thinks the same way. But it's great. Inoue, Casimero made. What do you think, guys? Leave your thoughts, and guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. So guys, let's do a breakdown of John Rail, Casimero, and Inoue. I saw the voting, and it's 74%. I've had about 900 votes, which is thank you guys for responding to the poll that I put out yesterday. I've had about 900 votes, and 76% have picked John Rail Casimero. Now I understand you're Filipinos and you're backing your man, but I can't listen. John Rail Casimero is a good fighter. He's a good little fighter. He's moved up weight. He's showing. But he's not going to beat Inoue. I don't see it. I can't see it. I just don't see him beating Inoue right now. I think if Inoue beat Denaire, and Denaire is very tough and strong and big, let's not forget, and very skillful, and achieved more than John Rail Casimero in the sport, this would be a massive shock. It would be a massive shock. If I'm honest with you, after seeing John Rail Casimero fight, I don't see John Rail Casimero outboxing Inoue. Can he land something? He has got power. Charlie Edwards has said that, Casimero can really crack. However, I don't think, from what I saw, that he's going to knock Inoue out. I think Inoue proved to me Inoue is very tough in that Denaire fight. That's one thing. A lot of you were saying, well, Denaire exposed Inoue. Does Casimero hit harder than Nonito Denaire? He doesn't. And Inoue took his power. Inoue took Nonito Denaire's power. So what makes you think that John Rail Casimero is going to be able to make a dent in Inoue? Inoue showed, one thing he did show in that fight, if you did think that after coming out of that fight that he was overrated, his skills are overrated, one thing that he showed is very, very tough. And if he was vulnerable and you could see that, he got knocked down and he looks chinny, that's not the case. Nonito Denaire is a very big puncher. We all know this. We all know Nonito Denaire has got power, and he's known for his power. He's known for being a big puncher. So what makes you think that John Rail Casimero, who's a smaller guy, is going to come up and knock out Inoue? I just don't see it. And I understand a lot of you are Filipinos and you're backing your man, and that's fair enough. But if we're being realistic, I think Inoue is too good right now. I think Inoue will beat John Rail Casimero. That's my personal opinion. I think Inoue will stop him. I think John Rail Casimero will put up a good fight. He's tough. A lot of you saying that Casimero's got a granite chin. Yes, a granite chin against who, though? Has Casimero ever fought a fighter like Inoue? He hasn't. He hasn't fought... Inoue's, in my opinion, from what I've seen, he's once in a generation fighter. I think he's that good, and I think you're going to see this. And I do think I think this fight is great, because I think after this fight, I think, the Filipinos are big boxing fans. And I think after this fight, I think Inoue will win over another country. He's already won Japan. I think after that fight with Denaire, the Filipinos respected him, but I think now he's fighting two Filipinos back. He's fighting Nonito Denaire, and now he's fighting John Rail Casimero. So I think if he wins against John Rail Casimero, which he'll be a massive favourite to do, and it'd be a big upset if Casimero gets the job done and beats him. I don't see it, but if he does, it'll be a big upset. But if Inoue wins like we expect him to do, then he would have, in my opinion, conquered that weight division. Yeah, I would say it was conquered. There's still other fights. There's a Barley and there's those guys, but I think he'll beat them all. If I'm honest, I think he's the best in the division. I think he's going to move up weight, and I think Bob Arum's looking to tee up that fight with him and Lomachenko, which obviously Lomachenko again will be favourite in that fight due to being the bigger man. But Inoue's got that explosive power. He's got that speed. He's dangerous, and I think Inoue is gonna. I think Inoue will probably stop John Rail Casimero in 9 rounds. Personally, that's my personal opinion. I think Inoue is very good. I think Inoue is very, very good. And for me, it'd be a massive shock if Casimero can pull it off. But Casimero is a good fighter. I don't want to write off Casimero. But I don't think he beats Inoue. I'm just gotta be honest. I think Inoue is too good right now. I think Inoue is the real deal, and I don't think anybody beats him in around that division. If I'm totally honest with you, I think Inoue will I think Inoue will beat everyone. But that's my take on it. What do you guys think? Leave your thoughts, and guys, remember to please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure to hit that thumbs up. Peace, guys. What's good? So Andy Ruiz Jr. has split up with his trainer Manny Robles. This is a guy that won the unified heavyweight championship of the world. Him and his trainer were picked up like kings. He came out in the second fight, came really fat, overweight, and got beat by the better man on the night. Personally, I think the trainer's been made a scapegoat. How is the trainer at fault? How is the trainer at fault for what Andy Ruiz did, while he was not training? He ate like a pig, and he was overweight. So at the end of the day, Andy Ruiz was big in the first fight, but he came even bigger in the second fight. And I think we all knew when we saw Andy Ruiz on the scales that actually he's not in shape. I think he blew it on the scales, blew it on the dining table. In my opinion, I don't think he ever had a chance coming in that shape against Joshua, because Joshua came in prepared. Joshua came in light. Joshua came in with a game plan. I don't think Andy Ruiz came in with any game plan. I think Andy Ruiz just thought, the way I beat him the first time, I'll beat him again. There's nothing he can do. I'm just all wrong for him. And people were saying things to him, pumping him up, and he started to believe in his own hype, and he didn't realize that actually AJ could outbox him, outclass him, and that's exactly what happened. And the trainer's been made a scapegoat of Andy Ruiz being irresponsible, not professional. There's nothing the trainer can do about that. The trainer's there for you to train. He's not there for you to monitor what you eat or not go to parties. That's not what the trainer's there. The trainer's there to train you, come up with a game plan. And unfortunately, Andy Ruiz didn't give him the best chance. Didn't give him the best chance. He didn't give himself the best chance because he didn't train as hard. He was out partying. Maybe he did train during training camp, but before that he didn't come into training camp early enough. And then he didn't do himself any favors because he was eating like not an athlete. So what do you expect? But to blame a trainer for that and just to sack him when that same trainer was with you when you became unified heavyweight champion of the world, and a fight later you end up losing and you end up sacking your trainer. I think it's really unfair. I'm glad that Manny Robles managed to do the second fight, because in the second fight Ruiz would have made good money and Robles would have got a good cut from that, and he deserved that after what he did with the first fight. So Robles would have made some good money out of that first and second fight. But now was the time that Andy Ruiz was going to go on and make, because yes, the Joshua fight made him shed loads of money, but his passes moving forward would have been big as well. So someone like Robles, who was with Andy Ruiz when Andy Ruiz was a nobody in the heavyweight division, in my opinion, he deserved to be with Andy Ruiz moving forward. I think Manny Robles is a very good trainer, and he's been made a scapegoat of Andy Ruiz being irresponsible, not professional. Why have you made this trainer a scapegoat? I think it's fairly wrong, if I'm honest with you. I think he's been very hard done by. And I actually think whoever's advising him needs to have a look at himself, because what is the trainer going to do? It's like, with a situation like this, I feel like you're making someone a scapegoat when the real problem is yourself. But I guess that's just life. People in power never want to look at themselves. They always look at people around them. Oh, it was because of him. And so, I felt like Andy Ruiz needed to look at himself before he starts sacking his trainer, who's done so much for him. But leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think. And guys, remember to please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Guys, what's going on? A lot of you have been, talking about this Inoue Casimero fight. It's a massive fight. Because for me, Inoue is a big star. I'm a big fan of Inoue. Casimero is a good fighter. But the difference between the two is I think Casimero is a good fighter and I think Inoue is a special fighter. I think most of you agree that Inoue is a massive favorite, and a lot of you think that Inoue is going to win. I'll do a separate video breaking it down. I'll do it one with my brother. But I just don't see how Casimero wins this fight. I think Inoue's got too much momentum. I think Inoue's got too much in his favor right now. And let's not forget, unless Casimero knocks out Inoue, he's not getting a decision because he'll be fighting on a top-rank Bob Arum show. He's not getting a decision. So Inoue, and even then, I don't think he can outbox Inoue anyway. But there's a lot going against Casimero here. Casimero's going to have to go in and knock Inoue out. Because let's not forget, Bob Arum and Top Rank are looking to promote Inoue into a mega star. Because they do feel... Bob Arum looks at Inoue and thinks Inoue can be his cash cow in the future, because we know Lomachenko and Crawford haven't done great things for him. This guy's got the style where he can put bums on seats, and he's got a country behind him as well, which I don't believe Crawford and Lomachenko. Ukraine, I don't know whether they get behind their boxers the way that Japan fans have got behind Inoue. I think Inoue's got a whole country behind him, and I think he's got a massive fan base behind him. So I think Inoue's could be a much bigger star than Loma and Crawford, if I'm honest with you. But I do think Inoue is a bit special. I do, and a lot of you keep saying, well, he got exposed by Donaire. He didn't get exposed by Donaire. Donaire's an excellent Hall of Famer fighter, and what Inoue showed, that he can get through tough fights. He can get through tough fights. And the other thing is, Casimero's moving up. He hasn't got a great chance moving up against a monster like Inoue. It's going to be very tough. Very tough. And I would say it's probably about 85-15 or maybe even 90%, 10%. It's not a 50-50 fight. You know, a lot of you, I saw that it's a 50-50. It's not a 50-50 fight. And the bookies will show you why it's not a 50-50 fight. And if you guys have that much confidence in John Raul Casimero, put your money on him. Put loads of money on him. If you're that confident that he's going to win, right, put loads of money on him. You know, if you're that confident, because you're going to make a lot of money. If you genuinely believe in Casimero, you're going to make a lot of money, because the bookies are going to have Inoue a massive favorite. It's not going to be a small favorite. He's going to be a massive favorite. So if you're that confident that Casimero's better than Inoue and he's going to win, you should put your money on him, because you're going to make a huge return. But I just think, for me, Inoue is something special. And I don't see anybody right now in around that division beating him. I just don't see it. I think after that Donaire fight, I think Inoue is just going to go from strength to strength, if I'm honest. But leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think, guys. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. And guys, remember to please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Salman, I don't know whether you're aware of this, but there's a big fight been announced. A massive fight been announced, actually.
What fight?
Naoya Inoue will take on John Raul Casimero April 25th.
Who's Casimero?
You don't know who Casimero is? John Raul Casimero.
I don't know that.
The guy that beat Zolani Tete. Remember when he
okay.
Manny Pacquiao's student, the Filipino.
What, Casimero versus Inoue?
Yeah. Casimero.
I don't know much about the other guy though. The one that beat Tete. I don't.
But you saw that fight against Tete where he battered Tete.
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, I've seen that, but I've not seen much of him just generally. I've seen that one fight. Like, you mentioned his name, I didn't know who he was. Like, I know who Inoue is, obviously. Yeah, Inoue is one of the... one of the biggest, like, he's going to be a really big star.
Yeah. But Casimero's a good fighter. Casimero's a good fighter, but everyone's tipping Inoue. Now, Charlie Edwards, you know Charlie Edwards?
Yeah.
He fought Casimero and Casimero beat him. And Charlie Edwards said Casimero's no joke. He can really punch. And he's a very good fighter. Obviously, Charlie Edwards fought Casimero early on in his career, and Casimero was just too good to experience. There are people saying that Casimero can really punch. But in your opinion, Inoue just beat Donaire, a Hall of Famer. Everybody knows who Nonito Donaire is. In your opinion, how does this fight play out?
Personally, I don't really know much about the other guys, so I couldn't really say, but I know what what's his name, Inoue will bring to the table. We've seen that even the other guy, what's his name, Nonito Donaire.
Yeah.
He was a big puncher as well.
Yeah,
he got clipped as well. He got wobbled a few times in that fight. Inoue.
Yeah, he did.
He did. But the thing is, he's shown that he's got a good chin and he's got a true grit.
Yeah.
So I think that I don't think I think he'll be able to take the shots and stuff.
Yeah. Plus Casamero's moving up.
Yeah. So personally, I think Inoue could. I think Inoue's hand speed. I think his power. I just think it might be a bit too much. But I don't. As I said, I can't really judge because I don't know the guy. The other guy might have fast hands and he might be powerful.
No, he's not as quick. He's more ploddy. He's not as.
Yeah. Fast. So then I don't think personally. I don't think he's going to be...
He can punch, though. He can punch, and he's tough. He can.
I don't know whether he can beat Inoue. I don't think so.
I think Inoue's got too much momentum right now.
Yeah, I think Inoue, he should beat fighters like this. Inoue, let's be honest. It's not... I don't think this guy will probably be in his league. I think you'll find that out. I think it might be Inoue might do what Casimero did to Tete. It might be Inoue might have the same performance and just beat him up, knock him out within 1 round, 2-3 rounds. Personally, I don't think this fight goes more than 3 rounds. I think he'll get knocked. I think Casimero will get knocked out and he'll get found out. I just think Inoue is just a league above these guys.
Do you think Inoue is the best at this weight?
What weight is it?
It's
120.
Yeah, 122 is it? Or it's 118?
Yeah,
sorry,
then he's definitely the best. There's not at that weight. I'm not even
118. I think.
Yeah, I don't know anyone at that weight apart from Inoue. So
he's Donaire.
Yeah, but he's finished now. He's retired.
No, he's still fighting. And you know what's his name? The other guy, Obali's a good fighter.
Who?
Obali, he's very good.
Honestly, I don't really know that weight, but I think that Inoue is probably the best at that weight. We don't really know anyone at that weight apart from Nonito Donaire, but we pretty much know Inoue at that weight. So he's the best at that weight.
Casimero has an opportunity to make a name for himself.
He does, but I think he's got a puncher's chance. And I just don't. I personally don't think he'll win. I don't think so. I think he'll get knocked out within 3 rounds. Because you got to realize Tete, he's no good. I seen him fight. He was very cagey. He's not like Donaire. Inoue. Yeah, he'll get. I think this Casimero will get found out and he'll get knocked out. I think around that weight, 118 to 100, probably even 126 pounds, Inoue will blow all of them out. There's no one at that weight that will challenge him personally.
Let's see how it goes down. But I told you, most people are picking Inoue to win. Inoue is the man right now. He's the man. I can't see him get beat. I don't see him get beat. John Rowe Casimero has got a very hard fight. And maybe Inoue's got a hard fight on his hands. But you have to favour Inoue, and rightfully so. Leave your thoughts. And guys, remember to please like, share and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Salman, there's rumours coming out of the Philippines that the great Manny Pacquiao might be retiring. I don't know if you've heard anything about this. Manny Pacquiao is looking to secure fights with Conor McGregor and Floyd. Obviously, he's not fought since the Keith Thurman fight. I don't know whether you guys can fill me in on this, but there are rumours coming out that Manny may retire from the sport of boxing. He's looking to secure a fight with Conor and Floyd. There's no opponent being nailed down. Sean Gibbons, his manager, said that Manny Pacquiao will be fighting in April. But we've still not heard anything about an opponent, where it's going to take place. What do you think's going on? What do you think? Do you think he could retire?
Personally, I don't think he should fight Conor McGregor. I just think that would be a total mismatch. Floyd, I don't know. I think he's in it for
the money.
Yeah, maybe he was doing it for the money, but personally, I don't think Floyd will come back and fight Manny Pacquiao. Personally, I think he's gonna look. Floyd's very clever. He's gonna, if he knows he's gonna be getting X amount to fight a guy that's not as good, he's gonna probably go down that route.
So do you think Manny Pacquiao will fight again, or do you think?
No, he will fight again. I think he'll fight Spence. I think he'll fight Crawford. I think he'll fight all of them.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I think so. He will. But he can retire if he wants to retire. He's got a lot of money.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of other things he's doing now in his life. So, why not retire, man? He's beat Thurman. What else does he need to achieve? Unless he wants to beat Crawford and Spence. But who else is he gonna fight? Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather. Conor McGregor, in my opinion, that's just
that's a big money fight.
That is a big money fight. But let's be honest, that fight would Floyd. He's not really a puncher, right? His style was a bit cagey, but let's be honest, Pacquiao versus McGregor, Pacquiao would knock him out in a couple of minutes, man. I'm being honest. He'll get knocked out pretty quick because Pacquiao's style will be all wrong for McGregor. He'll be too fast. He'll just have too much speed. Conor McGregor wouldn't have seen that before, and he'll get knocked out. Like, he won't even be able to deal with it. Like, so you got to realize, and Pacquiao's an active fighter, so you know him fighting fighters like that would be a joke. But sticking to the question, he can retire if he wants to retire. He's got money. He's got everything he wants from the sport of boxing. It's not like his kids are struggling or, you know, he needs to fight. He's a senator of Philippines. He's a man right now, Manny Pacquiao. He doesn't need, he can retire if he wants to retire. It might be a strong possibility he wants to retire. He might think that, oh no, he's had enough. That's why he wants to retire, and that's fair enough. He's done everything he needs to do. Like, why does he need to fight anyone else? He was a man in his era, one of the men in his era, one of the best in his era. So it is what it is. Like, he achieved what he needs to achieve. How many people get to the level he's at? Not many.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he can retire if he wants to retire. Obviously, Manny Pacquiao's a Hall of Famer. He's achieved it. He's done it all. But obviously, for selfish reasons, I would want to see Manny fight again. But it may just be a case where enough's enough and he can't do it anymore. I don't know what the score is, because there are rumors. Like I said, if you guys know any more and you've had any information in the Philippines, let us know. But I'm hearing rumors that, and I've seen articles as well, and also Manny Pacquiao's tweet that he put up about being 25 years in the sport. People started speculating that maybe he's about to announce his retirement. I don't know. Maybe you guys can fill me in on this. I don't know what's going on. And the fact that, you know, it's been a long inactivity from Manny Pacquiao about naming an opponent, etc. Obviously, at his age, speculation is going to grow. But let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Salman, I want to see Inoue against Vasily Lomachenko. I was speaking to Tony McKenzie at the gym, and Tony McKenzie says he believes Inoue beats Lomachenko at 126. He goes, Lomachenko is old, and Inoue's got that freshness. He's young. He's determined. He wants it. He's improving every fight. He's showing that he's got the heart, determination, and he might just destroy Lomachenko. Inoue is getting better every fight. He's becoming a monster every fight. You know, his nickname is the Monster. I believe that Inoue knocks out Lomachenko as well. I just feel that Inoue is all wrong. At 126, I think Inoue's got that buzz, energy. He's got that style. And I like him against Lomachenko. I know people are going to say, well, he may school Loma, Loma may school him. I don't see it that way. I think Inoue's got fast hands. He's got power. He's explosive. He's a monster. What do you make of that?
Personally, I don't. Yeah, he's explosive, and you know, he's beating the guys he is beating. But let's be honest now, like, those guys he's beating, they know when Lomachenko would do the exact same to them. What Inoue is, and that's not even his style. Like, to, you know, go out and just, like, you know, knock people out, you know, 1-2 rounds. But let's be honest, we can't judge Inoue on his fights he's had, and then say he's gonna, you know, knock out Lomachenko, because I just think that's very void. The reason why I say it's void is because Lomachenko, he's a different type of boxer, man. Like, he can figure out, it doesn't matter what style you bring to him, he'll figure a way out to beat you. Like, he's shown that, although he's lost at 126. I don't know whether, personally, will Inoue even be able to land on Lomachenko? That's the question, because the thing is, there's a lot of skill to get to Lomachenko. His footwork is unbelievable. Like, he's got that Russian, you know, style. His footwork's unbelievable. Inoue might be punching fresh air. It's all good having fast hands, but if you can avoid those fast hands, what's Inoue gonna do? And you got to realize that it's not like Lomachenko's like a, you know, small puncher himself. He knocks people out. He knocks big men out. He knocked Jorge Linares out, 135 pounds. So, and Jorge Linares punches a lot harder than Inoue, let's be honest. And I don't think that even I don't think he can knock Lomachenko out. He can't even. I don't think he'll even be able to drop Lomachenko, because I don't think he has the power to drop Lomachenko. Like, even Linares dropped Lomachenko. That was more of a flash knockdown, and he couldn't do anything to Lomachenko. You know, so I don't think Inoue can knock Lomachenko out. It'll be a massive upset if that was to happen, but I don't see it happening. I just don't. I think Lomachenko's just he'll be better than Inoue. Inoue is a really top talented fighter, but then if you're going to stretch it and say, will he beat Lomachenko? In my opinion, I don't think he can beat Lomachenko. And I think a lot of that fight's like a probably 85-15% fight. 85% to Lomachenko and 15% to Inoue. Because you got to realize, when you got the skill level of Lomachenko, he's not going to be scared of fighting Inoue. Let's be honest. Like, he's fought 135 pounds. He's not going to be scared to fight Inoue. Like, he's just, what? The guy's got a bit of fast hands, and you know, the people think he can crack a bit. But when you step up on weight and stuff, and he'll be. I don't think he'll get knocked. I don't think Lomachenko will get knocked out.
All right, guys. What do you guys think? Do you think Inoue can beat Loma? Leave your thoughts and let me know what you think. And guys, remember to please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Salman, Joshua was giving an interview with IFL TV. And in his interview, Joshua stated that, why should I give Deontay Wilder 50-50? Eddie Hearn said that I think the fight will have to be 50-50. And then Joshua was asked by Coogan that Eddie said that, you know, the fight should be 50-50. And Joshua said, well, why should the fight be 50-50? I need to know why the fight should be 50-50. Why are they worth 50-50? You know, I need to know the reasons why it should be 50-50. Because he goes, after winning back the belts, I think it should be 70-30. But he goes, like, I need to know why. You know, I'm going into a fight, I'm going into a war, I need to know why it should be 50-50. What do you make of those comments?
Personally, I think that he's saying that more out of anger, because you got to realise, when he got knocked out by Andy Ruiz in the fashion he did, he got pummeled in that fight in 7 rounds. Let's not get mistaken. So obviously he got beat up. So all that anger, all that, you know, people were saying, oh, he's a finished article, he's shit, he can't take a punch. And then he put on the performance he did and schooled Andy Ruiz. So I think now you're going to see more of the Joshua that he's going to tell you straight up how it is. Like, he's not going to mess around anymore, because he knows that, you know, he's seen the bitter side of boxing when he lost that fight. Like, that was a massive, massive shock, like, for the boxing world, that he lost that fight. Certainly after the way the fight went, you got to realize he dropped Andy Ruiz. Like, literally, I thought the fight was over. And then what happened after that? Obviously, you know, it is what it is. But I just think he's got built up anger now, because he just feels like after the Andy Ruiz win, like, he's not. I think you're going to see a different type of Joshua now. I don't think he's going to, you know, be this nice guy, or, you know, what people think. I think he's going to be more bitter. He's going to, you know, come out and say a lot of the things he actually feels. I think before, Joshua wasn't really being himself. He wasn't saying what he actually felt. You know, he's being a bit too nice. You know, acting a bit like he's a bit naive. But this is a real Joshua. He's saying that because he don't believe that. Let's be honest. Deontay Wilder, in my opinion, doesn't deserve a 50-50 split with Anthony Joshua. That fight will only happen if there is a 50-50 split, because that's just how Deontay Wilder is. He don't look at the logistics. He doesn't look at, you know, what am I earning and what is Joshua earning. He don't look at that. He just thinks that, oh no, we're both worth 50-50, which he's not worth 50-50. In my opinion, I think Tyson Fury's worth more than, I think Tyson Fury's, you know, deserves a 50-50, you know, rather than Deontay Wilder in the Joshua fight. Personally, I think Fury's a bigger name than, way bigger name than Deontay Wilder in America and the UK. So I don't understand why I can completely understand why Joshua's, you know, mad at that, because he's the man that's got 4 belts. Wilder only holds 1 belt, and he's been holding that belt and fighting absolutely nobodies. The only 2 fighters he's fought is Luis Ortiz and Tyson Fury in 44 fights or something. That's poor, man. That's a poor resume, in my opinion. He hadn't fought Klitschko. He didn't fight a lot of those guys. He bottled it from Klitschko before. He didn't want to fight Klitschko. Klitschko's team offered Deontay Wilder that fight, and Shelley Finkel said, oh no, Deontay Wilder's not quite ready yet. So you got to look at these things. That's why Joshua says the things he says. But I don't think he, you know, Wilder's worth 50-50.
Leave your thoughts. Is Deontay Wilder worth 50-50 against Joshua? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And guys, remember to please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Salman, when this Inoue and Casimero fight got made, there were some Filipinos that came out and said Casemero's the next Manny Pacquiao. That he's going to take over. Manny Pacquiao's getting on. Casemero's going to take over the Manny Pacquiao reign. He's going to be the next Manny Pacquiao, and Inoue hasn't got a chance because Casimero is going to be the next Manny Pacquiao. And I kind of seen one of these comments and I was like, are you being serious? Like, there is no way Casimero is the next Manny Pacquiao. He's a good fighter, but he's not the next Manny Pacquiao. I know you've already said that you've not seen much of Casimero, but what do you make of a comment like that he's the next Manny Pacquiao?
for him to be the next Manny Pacquiao has to do things that Manny Pacquiao did. Let's be honest. Yeah. Manny Pacquiao wasn't a small fighter. Manny Pacquiao beat most of the best fighters in his era. Yeah. Even if he had lost to them, he came back and avenged those losses. So you got to realize Manny Pacquiao is a different kettle of fish. Manny Pacquiao beat all the top names in his eras. Cotto, he knocked out Hatton. He destroyed De La Hoya. De La Hoya wasn't like a fighter to get Mosley. Beat all of them. You got to realize the only guy he convincingly lost to was Mayweather. That's it. And Mayweather, all right, he's like, you're not going to get a fighter like that, like Mayweather. He was just on a different level. Like, we're talking like in history, like no one's better than Mayweather. So, all right, he lost to Mayweather, but Manny Pacquiao is a living legend, man. Living legend. Stupid, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't see personally. I don't see how that comparison can be made. I just think people say things out of patriotism, but I don't see how you can say anyone's just going to be like Manny Pacquiao. I think Manny Pacquiao's done too much in the game, and even to say Inoue is going to be the next Manny Pacquiao would be stretching it.
No, first you got to realize these type of fighters like Inoue, Casimero, and stuff. These guys are on the embryo stage of their career. You can't come out here. It's just stupid. Like, how can you say that, he's going to be the next Manny Pacquiao when he's not even really achieved anything? He's probably going to lose against Inoue. Then what is he? Just another cab driver? Like, what is he then? Like, I don't understand.
He's a massive underdog against Inoue.
Like, even if he does beat Inoue, even then you can't call him the next Manny Pacquiao. Let's be
honest. You can't
do that, man.
You have to have service. Legend, you have to have a long service. You have to become a 4-5 weight world champion, and you have to keep doing great things, to just brand someone the next Manny Pacquiao is silly.
He's like a British level fighter right now. He's not.
But he wasn't British level. He was world champion, Tete.
Tete.
Yeah, he was world champion. That's why this is for unification fight between Inoue and Casimero. But again, Manny's different level. To compare and contrast, it's like comparing a Ferrari to a Ford. It's just stupid. Manny's on another level. Casimiro's just like a good fighter. Manny's a legendary fighter. It's silly comparison. But we'll see on the night whether he is the next Manny Pacquiao. We'll see how good Casimero is. I don't care what he does from now to the end of his career. He's not the next Manny Pacquiao. Maybe if he goes up to welterweight and beats Spence, then maybe he'll be the next Manny Pacquiao.
Exactly. Plus Pacquiao moved at 8 weeks now. Yeah. It's not these guys. No chance, man.
No chance.
That guy's a different fighter, man.
Leave your thoughts. Leave your thoughts about this comment left by somebody on my channel on one of my videos. Not a chance. He's the next Manny Pacquiao. But what do you guys think? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And guys, remember to please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.